Hey friends, welcome to an episode of I read some research papers so you don't have to. I want to show you why it's dangerous to only understand collaborative practices from an individual perspective. When we were developing the collaboration maturity model, we uncovered a raft of articles that investigated the individual predictors of collaboration. We found that the research, such as this article, predominantly focused on three things: demographics like age, tenure, socioeconomic history, cultural background, and income; personality traits such as the big five personality factors of agreeableness, conscientiousness or goal orientation, and need for stability; and then individual motivations like this article that investigated teams of scientists solving problems and the individual motivations that could both enable or inhibit collaboration. Things like the personal motivation to advance science, the motivation to gain knowledge, and the motivation to acquire resources. So I'm hoping you can see why it's dangerous to focus only on individual factors. So the individual factors that predominantly feature in research are those that are largely outside the control of those individuals and definitely the organization. If you want to focus on individual factors, we need to focus on those things that we can teach, we can learn, we can practice, or we can coach. Otherwise, what's the point? So for example, focusing on things like individual practice collective problem solving processes, changing the language we use around collaboration and shifting our mindset, or using scripts to practice navigating differences of opinion or keeping conflict healthy and discouraging combat. But also at a team level, we can add in routines and practices to encourage and facilitate collaboration, such as practicing team problem solving, creating projects to practice collaboration, facilitating peer feedback on collaborative behavior so that it becomes normalized. From a purely scientific perspective, looking at all predictors of collaboration are fascinating. However, when those predictors are legacy predictors or trait-based predictors, then what do you do with that information? Focusing on the things we can control or we can change makes good sense in life generally, but particularly when we're trying to make cultural shifts in our teams and organizations.